And of course, as with most people, my Purium journey started with myself using the products, seeking improvement in my own health. And I'll give a little history there. So I came as a refugee from the war in Vietnam when I was 3. So a lot of us understand the linkages between early childhood stress and gut and adrenal and general health outcomes. So I definitely had PTSD, and I grew up with parasites. I remember from early childhood just gripping my belly in such intense pain, and even throughout my adult life, sometimes rolling around on the floor, clutching my belly, wondering if I should go to the ER. And so we are all health practitioners here with our helping our clients with health. So I'm going to get a little nitty gritty. Okay. I hope you don't mind me talking about bowel movements. Bowel movements are so important. But in my 2 years doing volunteer work in Africa, and 2 years after that, 4 years straight, I had diarrhea, not a single solid bowel movement for 4 years. My hormones were erect. My cortisol was bottomed out and spiking. So I'll just to make it short, I was falling apart in the physical realm. And it's been an ongoing journey. And so I have found different things that work. And a lot of those keys I find in the Purium formulas. And so the Purium being so accessible and easy to use, even as a busy practitioner where, taking care of all the aspects of the business, I don't even have enough time to sleep. Or I should say, you know what, we choose. I was choosing not to sleep enough, but we all understand the pressures, whether it be from being a single mom or whatever, but the Purium being so accessible and so easy to utilize, it helped me so much with my health. And it's been 4 years since I started using the Purium products, but just a couple months ago that I started studying the business structure of Purium and seeing that there is so much support, and the teamwork model I just absolutely love. And so I saw that Purium, I can practically, on a practical level, I can incorporate it into my business, and it will be very easy for my clients to use and get the kinds of results that I was getting. So like I mentioned, some months I was not covering my costs, even as a medical doctor with multiple kinds of training. And Purium, the way that you mentioned the fast start bonuses have really helped to launch the business when we fully study and tap into that. And so I am seeing incredible results with my clients. I did a group and I invited them to invite their people to the group. And within 1 month, you've heard, hundreds of thousands and thousands of stories probably. I got to see these transformations. Like Patty, she used to hobble down my porch to my door and be like, "Oh, Dr. Unity, I am in such pain. I can hardly get out of bed." Like a long time she spent in bed. After 1 month, Patty is running around. She just finished organizing a fundraiser for the Maui fire victims, and she is nonstop, and people see her and say, "What happened to you?" Exactly. And they're signing up with her left and right. And I have her permission to tell this detail is that she hardly was able to afford her package. She hardly was able to afford seeing me. So I was doing trade with her. And after a year of trying different things within her budget, I found this is a way that she can afford and she can access on a daily level. And within the month, oh my gosh, I got more results with her than I've gotten over the last year.
Wow.
So seriously, and since her community sees it so obviously, and she's sharing her story, and they're signing up with her, now she's covering her costs so she can continue. And she used to run out of gas money, so she would attend our weekly meetings by Zoom. And now she's got gas money. She came in person last week.
Oh,
And so the stories like Patty and so many other individuals just really make me so grateful that as a practitioner, I can access this really utilizable health tool. And a lot of the secret sauce to health, I think, is empowerment of people being able to take actions for themselves and knowing that they can make change in their lives. And they start to realize, even with this Purium program, they can make changes in their community. And that empowerment boosts our adrenals and boosts our immune system and our attitudes, and just is transforming not only on the individual level, but on a community level. So, Amy, I'm so grateful to be here talking with you and sharing this story of my success and the people down the line from me who are just blowing it up. I'm so excited. And I would love for this to spread to other health practitioners and to all the folks who want to change their health in their community, whether you are practically bedridden, like some of my folks started out being, and can't hardly even afford it. Everybody can access this as a way to transform, truly transform the bases of your health and your living. So, oh my gosh, just absolutely amazing.
Well, incredible share. Wow, that did just it touches my heart to hear stories like that. And that is beautiful to share that we weren't sure how we're going to pay for this program or protocol. And now with the program we have, it is paying for products and then some. And that makes me so happy as well. So I want to lean in a little bit and ask you about being a practitioner, being a doctor. I would say many people out there in the Purium community would say, I'm not sure if I should talk to the, they're very busy. They're making plenty of money. My goodness, they're a doctor, you know? And so what would you say to someone like that maybe has a false belief that doctors might not need something like that, like Purium?
Yeah, great question, Amy. I am guessing that many doctors have my experience is that if you get 85% success in any modality, then you are doing pretty darn well. I mean, I can report that I get better than that with my acupuncture, but with most other modalities, whether it be my red light or even health lifestyle coaching, because sometimes people can't implement it, or in the conventional medicine, a drug. If you get anywhere close to that kind of outcome, you are, I'd say, more than 75%, more than 50% success would be considered, oh, this is worth trying. So, yeah. So, how many practitioners out there are seeing, like in my group last month that I put together, every single person who completed the entire protocol reported that their brain fog improved. Every single person reported that their energy is skyrocketing, that every single person lost weight. But of course, if you're underweight, this program allows you to gain weight. And other incredible outcomes, like one person said, oh, every time I stand up, he's this 50-year-old beautiful gentleman, Aaron, every time I stand up, I brace myself and I groan because my back's going to hurt. And I went to stand up and I braced myself and I said, it doesn't hurt. I can stand straight. And every single person who completed the protocol decided to continue for the 90 days.
Nice.
So how many of us see that kind of success otherwise? And that's what we are in it for, is to help people get those results. So that's the main thing. And the other thing I would say, I would mention the mentorship in Purium has blown my mind. I mean, a lot of the reason why I said yes to becoming a brand partner is because of my upline, Naeva, and just the presence that she has shown me and the caring and the incredibly just outstanding beyond anything I would have expected, the way that Naeva has shown up for me. in every way that I need. And then she brought in her upline, Tracy, and both of them have given me the kind of mentorship and training that I have gotten in. I have spent $45,000, more than that, in business mentoring. And with the companies that I work for, they've also spent huge amounts on my business training. And what they teach me, first of all, they cover the same basics that these top line programs cover, and then the personal level of it beyond. So if you are a practitioner who values business mentorship, I have not seen better than here. I mean, the programs that I pay huge amounts for, I'm in a big group. We get the gold, but it's in a big group, and I'll have like, with my one program, I get half hour every month, you know. Naeva and Tracy, they're like, call me when you need, here's my phone number. And I utilize those phone numbers. So it is just incredible. And I love, I was working kind of in a silo by myself. I mean, I get to see my clients, and that was fulfilling. But now I have a team and I have a community. And when I have these group meetings with the people who are doing their transformations, I get so high and so fulfilled. And then, after our hour meeting, I go clean up and everybody keeps hanging out for an hour and talking. And that positive community where people are seeing the transformations and they're sharing that with each other and supporting each other, that just fills my soul. So if you are a practitioner and you don't feel fulfilled with your mentorship, even if you're doing well with your finances, if you're not seeing like most of your clients get better at the speed that you want, oh my gosh. So I really, even though after I studied the science, I was like, I am actually expecting great things. I tell my clients or the people I'm talking to, I'm like, this is not a magic bullet, but it if you follow the steps, and the reason why I think it works, and this is, the practitioners can relate to this, is like, what are your basics that you cover with your clients? Number one, putting in what is missing into the body, the nutrition. Number two, taking out the stuff that doesn't belong there, the toxins, those basics, and rebuilding the cellular energy and like the ultimate lifestyle transformation. It covers these basics so well, putting in that super dense nutrition, drawing out the toxins like you wouldn't believe. And so that's the theoretical talk, but what you see is people being able to stand up straight again, people being able to get out of bed, people remembering their words again. So there's a theory, and that is just tight with what I've studied with Pyram. And then there's the proof in the pudding is Patty walking around without a cane and actually running around from 5 a.m. and organizing in a community. So I would tell practitioners, yeah, the business, the mentorship, the science of it makes sense. The outcomes are there. And not just that, I mean, you don't have to be a practitioner to be just helping people make these huge changes in their lives. You can be anyone who has experienced it yourself and are just wanting to share it with your loved ones.